It is Super Tuesday, but what's so super about it? Tonight we have team coverage on the latest results and what tonight means as the U.S. gets ready to elect a new president. Thanks for joining us. I'm Richard Ransom.
And I'm Pepper Baker. No other day on the 2024 election calendar has more states picking their party's nominee for president than there are tonight. In fact, there are 16 primaries altogether, and 2 of them are in the Mid-South, Tennessee and Arkansas.
Each of these states has a different number of delegates at stake as each party chooses who they think can lead them to victory in November. We are now getting results in from your votes, I should say. In the Tennessee presidential primary, Trump is way ahead as most expected with almost 78% of the vote. Nikki Haley has about 19% of Republican votes.
The numbers are pretty similar in Arkansas. Trump has nearly 75% of the vote versus Haley's 20% of the votes. And Democratic voters had only one choice for the 2024 election. Incumbent Joe Biden has 92% of them in Tennessee.
In Arkansas, support is a little less enthusiastic. He has racked up a little more than 90% of all votes in the natural state so far. The other race people are voting on here in Shelby County anyway is for General Sessions Court Clerk. For the Democrats, Tammy Sawyer is leading the way with nearly 43% of the vote. You'll see her numbers coming up shortly. Joe Brown is the incumbent. That's why he's first there. He has 36%, and this is an upset. We can now declare that Joe Brown, the incumbent, has lost the Democratic primary for Shelby County General Sessions Court Clerk. The Republican candidate for General Sessions Court Clerk, a little less complicated. Lisa Arnold ran unopposed. So if these numbers continue, it is going to be, in fact, we can tell you it's going to be Sawyer versus Arnold when that election happens this August. Now, in the Tennessee primary, the big story is how few people are showing up to vote. We'll be lucky to get 10% of registered voters to turn out, but who are they?
Our Zaria Oates has been out at polls all day. And Zaria, how did it look out there for you?
Pepper, Richard, it was a very slow day when it came to voting on Election Day here in Shelby County. Now, we are still waiting on the Shelby County Election Commission to finalize the number of people who voted on Election Day. We're not exactly sure how many people that was. We do know earlier today we did have a number, but of course that's gone up since the polls did close at 7 earlier today. Now, back in 2020, during that presidential primary election, we saw about 43,000 people in Shelby County come out and vote. Now, tonight, we are not seeing as many, but during our early voting period, we saw about 26,000 people. That's about a 40% decrease, and it's only 4.5% of all voters in Shelby County at that time. So this is really just not where we want to see that percentage for people coming out to vote and make their voices heard. Now, one woman I spoke with today about coming out to vote, she said making her voice heard today was really a game time decision.
Almost didn't come out myself. And I thought, no, I need to go make my vote count. I just hope we get good leadership for our country, our state.
Trump's going to win the Tennessee primary. I voted for Joe Biden. He's the man.
Now, looking ahead, the next election we'll see here in Shelby County will be in August, and then, of course, again in November during that general election for president. Now, as we get more information from the Shelby County Election Commission, we'll update it on our website, especially those numbers as to how many people came out to vote. Live at the Shelby County Election Commission, I'm Zaria Oates.